News this morning. 2 flood survivors move into their new homes in a higher ground community in Floyd County. And Monday will mark the 50th anniversary of the beginning of the Scotia mine disaster in Laurel County.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm Neely Green, live on air with you this Friday, March 6th. The time is now 4:59, and let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dosman for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, all I'm thinking this morning is TGIF.
TGIF. No, I totally feel it. I love that Katy Perry song. But here's what you need to know on this Friday. We are talking, well, about nice temperatures. It's a great start to your day in a mixture of the mid to upper 50s, currently 59 in Hazard, 61 in Jackson, and we're going to continue that warm trend all day long. I mean, by the afternoon, we are seeing 80 degrees for many folks, and not only 80, some people are surpassing that. 83 is the forecast high in Manchester, so make sure you're dressing appropriately for this weather. It is going to be warm out there as we're heading into the afternoon, and even better news is we're looking at mostly sunny sky throughout the day. There is the smallest chance for some scattered showers in the afternoon, but for the most part, we are staying relatively dry, especially compared to the rest of this week. So definitely looking forward to these nice and calm end to the work week. Now, here's what you need to know over the course of the next 12 hours. We're looking again, mostly sunny to sunny skies throughout the day. High temperatures around that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock time frame. Neely.
Megan, thank you. We start the morning with an update on a deadly crash in Johnson County. Kentucky State Police say a propane truck crashed along Kentucky 201 on the Johnson-Lawrence County line, shutting down the road for hours. Police tell us that the driver of the truck was pronounced dead at the scene and that it was a single vehicle accident. They did evacuate people living near the area as a precaution, but said there were no leaks of any kind. We've learned the victim of the crash is Alan Skaggs, who worked for Jackson Propane Plus in Stanville. The business posted his picture and tribute on Facebook saying, quote, "He was a hardworking, dependable man with a kind heart, and he will be deeply missed by everyone who had the privilege of working with him." Former WYMT Chief Meteorologist Jim Caldwell says Skaggs was his brother-in-law. Our prayers go out to that family. Local and state officials visited Floyd County's newest higher ground community, celebrating the completion of the first 2 homes. The New Hope Estate subdivision is well underway as the first 2 houses planted on the property welcome in the families who will call them home. Ruby Hale and Claudette Refit cut the ribbons for their new homes yesterday as Frontier Housing continues the mission to build the rest of the future homes on the property. Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman also attended the celebration.
I get to be a part of some really cool things in Kentucky sometimes. These are some of my favorite. Watching the families go in and be so proud and excited about a new home, especially the kids and the grandkids that run in and they want to show you their room.
Coleman says the progress is heartwarming, and she hopes to see the community full of flood survivors and their families in the months to come. Monday will mark the 50th anniversary of the beginning of the Scotia mine disaster in Laurel County. 2 explosions on March 9th and 11th, 1976 killed 26 men. It was one of the worst mine disasters in U.S. history. On Monday, there will be 2 ceremonies marking the somber anniversary.
We are going to meet at Oven Fork, which is the site of the mine. We're going to meet out there about 11:30, and we're going to have just a short program centered around 11:45, which is about as close as we can get to the exact time 50 years later of the first explosion. They're going to have the remaining buildings open so you can walk around and visit some of the sites. And then at 1 o'clock, we're going to go down to Benham, to the mining museum. And we're going to have a program there where we're going to talk a little bit about this, give people an opportunity to meet one another, family members, interested parties, mine rescue. A lot of mine rescue people are going to be there.
We plan on having a reporter at those events. Brian McKnight is a history professor at UVA-Wise and wrote a book about the disaster that has not come out yet. He is our guest this Monday night at 7 on Issues and Answers on WYMT. Now to the conflict in the Middle East. President Trump says he wants a direct role in choosing Iran's next leader 1 week into joint U.S. and Israeli strikes. Defense officials say hundreds of targets deep inside Iran have been hit, and that President Trump has ordered the military to tear down Iran's ballistic missile industry. This as House Republicans block a bid to limit the president's authority to use force against Iran. President Trump has fired Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. The move comes after days of tense questioning on Capitol Hill and growing frustration among some Republican lawmakers and White House officials. Noem had faced scrutiny over her conduct in office, including questions about how department funds were being used and her handling of incidents involving federal immigration agents. Trump has nominated Oklahoma Senator Mark Wayne Mullen to take over the role.
It came at not a complete surprise, but it came at a little bit of surprise for us. And so the president and I, as you guys know, we're great friends and we get along great. I look forward to working with him and his cabinet. Of course, we still got to go through this little thing called confirmation.
If confirmed by the Senate, Mullen would take over as Homeland Secretary on March 31st. Noem is expected to move into a new role as Special Envoy for the Shields of the Americas Security Initiative. She is the first member of the president's second-term cabinet to be fired. We now know the name of the person killed in a vehicle fire in Laurel County. Fire crews were dispatched to El Gabbard Road near Rockcastle County just before 3 p.m. Wednesday to a car fire with the person trapped inside. Firefighters found the vehicle fully engulfed in flames. After searching inside the vehicle, they found a woman dead. Officials with the coroner's office identified her as 94-year-old Marilyn Ayers. Well, thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Lawmakers say they want Kentucky nuclear ready. Coming up, the $10 million plan to jumpstart nuclear energy and what it can mean for jobs in your power future.
And daylight savings is beginning this weekend. I'll have more information coming up next.